hello everybody, welcome to the next lecture of this adverse drug reactions. Alright, so in the last class, although we have completed that adverse drug reactions, so certain points I need to discuss in details. Alright, so these are the additional points. For example, if somebody asks you or you get a question in that examinations, write a detailed note on adverse drug reactions. So whatever I have spoken in the last video, that is sufficient enough, right? But if you have the good accurate marks, 10 out of 10 and 9.5 out of 10, that time if you include this kind of points, whatever I am speaking today, right? Maybe it will be little bit efficient to get or to score this kind of marks, right? So as we know, last class we have discussed about the types of the definition of ADR, right? Some beneficial effects. All the drugs are having certain kinds of beneficial effects as well as harmful effects. Some desired, some undesired. So these undesired or harmful effects are known as the adverse drug reactions. Again, we have classified these adverse drug reactions in mainly two types. One is the expected, second one is the unexpected, right? So expected is there is a type A, we have discussed in the last video, side effects, secondary effects and toxicity, right? So there is nothing much to discuss about this three effects: side effect, secondary effect, toxicity. Side effect is what? Based on the pharmacological actions. Normally it will occur everywhere, right? Secondary effect, little based on the pharmacological actions, right? So mainly due to the secondary mechanisms of the drugs, this kind of secondary effects occur. Toxicity is the some kind of elevated kind of side effects, right, which is dose dependent. Alright, so there is nothing much to discuss. Second one, we have studied about this unexpected, undesired, which is also said as the type B, right? So there we have discussed hypersensitivity or allergy, genetically determined, right? Because of some genetic alterations, there may be side effects. How? I'll discuss today, right? So idiosyncrasy of unknown cause, right? So apart from this A and B, also we have C, D and E. C for chronic, D for delayed, E for end of treatment. We have another one also, F. Today I'll be discussing F, that stands for failure of treatments. Alright, so this is the review of the last class. So today mainly we will focus on this allergy as well as genetically determined. Alright. Before proceeding to allergy or hypersensitivity, we must look into the concept of immunity. Immune system, the concept of immunity is a very vast topic, right? I will have a detailed video only about this immunity. But this immunity is not this kind of, this chapter is not included on your syllabus. But if you are the aspiring candidates for GPAT, see nowadays the COVID-19 is running, so there is a chance you will be getting some questions from immunity chapter also, right, in the GPAT. So I'll prepare a detailed video. It's up to you. I'll send you the link. If you want to watch, you can watch. Otherwise, you can avoid it. It's not compulsory. Okay. But here I'm not going to discuss each and everything in details. I'm just giving you certain overview of this immunity. All right. So I'm writing here immunity. Immunity is what? It is a kind of process. It is a kind of mechanism by which the system certain cells of our body, certain system of our body is fighting against the microorganisms to resist the infection. Okay, so immunity is a kind of defensive power of our body. We know this one, right? So if we speak about the immune system composed of so many parts. Basically, immune system mainly contains the lymphatic system, lymph nodes, thymus glands, right? Bone marrow, right? So you'll come to know why these are involved. These are the parts of this immune systems. Apart from this immune system will contain so many cells. Can you remember we studied in the chapter of inflammation in pathophysiology? We studied about that complement system. We studied about natural killer cells. We studied about interferons. We studied about interleukins. We studied about cytokines, histamine. These are all the components of immune system. So immune system comprises of cells and other body proteins or body parts which is fighting against the microorganisms. Can be anything, bacteria, virus, fungus, anything. Alright. So this immune system is mainly divided in two parts. Remember, one is the innate, I-N-N-A-T-E, innate, I-N-N-A-T-E, innate. Second one is the adaptive. Adaptive. This innate immunity is also known as natural. And there is a certain logic for that one. Why it is said as natural. And this adaptive immunity is also said as the acquired. Is the acquired. This is the general classifications. Natural immunity means what? Or innate immunity means what? The components of this innate immunity lies inside our body. The components of this immunity lies inside our body, right? Whenever any microorganisms is trying to enter, these components will be activated. And perhaps the microorganisms will be killed, right? So this innate or natural immunity is a very fast acting, okay? And it is a kind of do or die kind of immunity. It cannot act slowly, but it do not act in a silent mode. Silent mode, I mean to say, doesn't mean ki it will do some kind of some chaotic some sounds. No, silent mode means what? It cannot work in silent mode. That means if this immunity is acting, you will come to know. Yes, my immunity is acting inside my body. Some kind of fighting is going on. It cannot work in a silent mode. For example, a thief is getting enter to your home. It is about to enter. So when you feel panic, suppose you are feeling panic, but then also you got certain courages to counteract the thief. So what are the arms you will have inside your home? What you will have? First arms you will shout. Chor, chor, chor aa gaya, you will shout. Second arms, you may have some mortar kind of stick, right? You may have some knives or some kind of rod inside your home, right? Inside your home. That is the another kinds of defensive, right? So if you do fighting with the help of this rod also, with the help of this rod, with the thief, so many chaotic situations will be there, and perhaps all the nearby neighbors will come to your home. Same way, when this innate immunity will work with the help of the components of the innate immunity, will come to know. Some kind of devastating situations will be there on your body, and which we say as the inflammation. Can you remember we studied this inflammation in pathophysiology? You see, The components of the inflammation and the components of the innate immunity is same. Right? That is why I told you then. Inflammation is a kind of defensive mechanism. Right? Then again, secondary thing is the fever. If this innate immunity is fighting against the microbes on your body, you will have high fever. Right? Because of the secretion of the cytokines. So whenever we'll be studying this, especially about this immunity, so we'll cover each and every one. Now just to understand this. Okay. Now, in that innate immunity, what we have, what the components we have. I'm writing here just to listen up because already we have covered this one. First thing, we'll have the cells. There are various cells. For example, phagocytes, macrophages, natural killer cells, natural killer cells. Then what we have? Plasma cells. Then we have what we have? Okay, this is our leukocytes will be there, and WBCs, eosinophil, basophil. These are the cells will fight against the microorganisms. Right. So mainly we see this innate immunity is said as the second line defense mechanism. If it is the second line, what is the first line? Your skin, hair coatations, some kind of coating will be there on your hair. Keratinized. And then we have this mucous membrane. We know mucous membrane will have so many some proteins which will kill the microorganisms. For example, if you take any food, hydrochloric acid is a kind of first line defense mechanism. Lysozyme. For example, on your eyes, there is a secretion of tears. They are from the lacrimal apparatus. So you have the lysozyme. These are the first line defense mechanism which will try to kill the microbes. If the first line defense mechanism is not active, is not adequate enough to kill the microorganisms, then we'll proceed to the second line. Right? So already I told you, second line this innate immunity works very fast. It can cause some kind of devastating actions also. That means it can cause certain harm to your body also, because inflammatory reaction is a kind of injury, it's a kind of tissue destructive actions. But of course, we have our body's own defense mechanism. Because of that, healing will be there. We studied inflammation and healing. It is very fast and it is not silent. Because you will come to know, fever will be there, inflammation will be there. But in certain conditions, for example, here in this COVID-19 situations, this kind of innate immunity or natural immunity is not capable enough to destroy the microorganisms. Before that, let me tell you why it is said natural, because all the cells are present on your body. Okay? Naturally, all the cells will be present. Whatever the components of the innate immunity, it will be present on your body. That is why it is said as a natural. Okay? So, this coronavirus, this virus cannot be destroyed by this kind of innate immunity. But not only this coronavirus, so many viruses are there, they cannot be destroyed by this kind of innate or natural immunity. So what is the next options? Adaptive or acquired. Adaptive or acquired. Right? A thief is coming to your house, coming to your home, you are just fighting along with the rod, knife or whatever. मालूम हो गया है, the thief is having the gun, बंदूक है उसके पास, तो I cannot destroy the thief, I cannot dominate. So what is the next option you are doing? You will call the police. You will call the police ना? पुलिस कैसे आएगा? पूरा वो मतलब ढोल बजा के आएगा क्या? वो मूवी में होता है, यहाँ पे नहीं होता है. Actually the police will come silently. किसी को मालूम नहीं चलेगा, चुपचाप आएगा वो वहां पे. ठीक है, try to understand. The police will come in a silent mode, silently. They will come with the more weapons. They will come with more weapons to destroy the thief or whatever your enemies. Right there. That means what? This adaptive immunity. Police do not belong to your home. This police do not belong to your property. If you need help, you call them, they will come. Right? So same way, whenever this innate immunity is not capable enough to destroy the microorganisms, so our body will do some kind of activations. Our body will do some kind of changes of the body cells. It will secrete something which is said as an antibody. It will secrete, and this antibody will try to destroy the microorganisms. But this antibody is not usually present on your body. Right? So this antibody has to be produced after the infection caused by the microorganisms. That is why we are saying this one as an adaptive or acquired immunity. Getting my point? Adaptive or acquired immunity. So why I have said silent? Because the generation of antibody on your body is a very silent process. It will take certain time. पुलिस को बुलाओगे तो 2 मिनट में नहीं आएगा, आराम से आएगा, धीरे धीरे आएगा, लेकिन आएगा. It's required weapons, but it will come slowly. Okay, so this is a very silent. It will gradually it will take certain times. So depending on the microorganisms, the secretion of antibody duration is somewhat differ. But usually we say this one as a 14 days, 14 to 28 days required to develop an antibody on your body. Getting my point? First one is innate, natural. All the components will present on your body. Second one is adaptive or acquired. That means it will adapt certain system. It will adapt certain system, which will what it will do? Which will try to kill the microorganisms. Now here in that adaptive also it can be of two types. One is the cell mediated. Cell mediated. Second one is the cell mediated. Second one is the humoral. Second one is the humoral. Mainly this humoral is responsible for the production of antibody, right? So this humoral immunity or humoral adaptive immunity is achieved by the beta cell. B lymphocytes. Same thing, B lymphocytes, right? B lymphocytes. B lymphocytes are what? Part of the WBCs, which is matured in the bone marrow. Okay, matured in the bone marrow. It is not so simple that I am telling you. Some complex processes there. I will explain one by one. Next, whenever I will prepare these videos. And the cell mediated is of T cell. Right? This cell mediated is of T cells. Getting my point? Now, cell mediated again with the help of certain cells. Okay? So same cells will be activated. Same cells, the cell mediated immunity will cause the activation of this same kind of cells. Right? But here the power of the cells will be more. Okay? And usually what will happen? There is a synthesis of this B lymphocytes. I mean, the B lymphocyte will synthesize the antibodies. Okay. Apart from this, also we got so many concepts like how to present the antigen or any microbes to the particular cell. Recognition कैसे होगा? With the help of antigen presenting cells, major histocompatibility complex. यहाँ पे ये सब जानने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है, बाद में हम सीखेंगे. ठीक है? So again, roughly I am telling you immunity, innate, natural, adaptive, cell mediated, humoral. Right? So this beta cells, what is the main part? This beta cell will synthesize the antibodies. Now the thing is that what kind of antibodies? Right. Antibodies we have Ig, immunoglobulin A, Ig, G, IgM, and IgE. These four antibodies we have basically. Okay, these four antibodies we have basically, which is synthesized due to any kind of infections. Alright, यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया? ये कहाँ पे synthesis होगा? Where it will be synthesized? If there is activation of the humoral immunity. Right? Short introductions of this immunity. Now the point is hypersensitivity reactions. Sometimes this immunity or this immunological reactions can destroy our own cells. Okay, due to the excess activation. Because you'll find whenever you study the details immunity, वहाँ पे आप लोग तुम लोग को एकदम बढ़िया से समझ में आएगा. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि the immunological reactions will continue for a lifetime. There are certain switch on and off mechanisms. Right. As soon as there is a destruction of these microorganisms, there is a switching off of the immunological reactions. ठीक है? अगर वायरस और बैक्टीरिया और माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा? You will have the disease. सही तो होता है ना? You will have the disease. मान लो you are fighting with your own arms. लठ हो गया, उसके बाद चूरी हो गया, whatever the knife and everything, with the thief, right? You are calling the police, है ना? The police has arrived. मान लो police, I mean that group of thief is more powerful than the police. उसके पास बहुत ज्यादा arms है, पुलिस के पास इतना नहीं है, तो what will happen? Perhaps they will kill the family members. Perhaps they will loot everything. Ultimately, the destruction will be there. है ना? कभी कभार क्या होता है? In this kind of situations, the problem arises for both the person, for the thief also, for the family members also. The police is trying to encounter the thief. By chance गोली जो है ना वो family member को लग गया, क्या हो जाएगा? Own immunity, your own immunological power, by mistakenly or unfortunately killing the family members, which was not supposed to happen. Same thing is the hypersensitivity reactions. Sometimes our body could not recognize the drug or whatever we are taking as a own component, as a beneficial component, right? And because of that, some elevated kind of immunological reactions will be achieved or will be activated. It can cause the allergical reactions or hypersensitivity reactions. So what is hypersensitivity reaction? Some kind of elevated kinds or elevated type of immunological reactions which will destroy our own cells and tissues. Okay? So these immunological reactions mainly occur by means of this antibodies. IgA, IgE. Sorry, this hypersensitivity reaction occurs by means of this IgA, IgE, IgG or IgM type of antibodies. Okay. Now, and already I told you, allergic reactions doesn't mean only this khujli. It can be anything, right? So this allergical or this hypersensitivity reactions can be of four types: type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. There are four types of hypersensitivity reactions. Alright, so first have a look into this type 1 hypersensitivity reactions. Type 1. Just remember, I told you we have four kinds of hypersensitivity reactions: type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Type 1, type 2, and type 3 are antibody mediated. That means beta cell mediated, B lymphocyte, right? And the last one, type 4, is the T cell mediated. Alright? T cell mediated. Getting my point? That means the first three will be the humoral, right? And the last one is the cell mediated. Just we have seen in case of this immunity. Right. So first, in type 1 hypersensitivity reactions, which is occur immediately, which is a very fast reactions. Okay. After the administration of the drug, within a minute, very important, within a minute, this kind of hypersensitivity reactions can occur. It can be anything. It can be allergy. It can be anaphylactic shock also. Anaphylactic shock. We studied this term, right? The shock means what? Decrease in the blood volume. Decrease in the blood volume. So here we find within a minutes it can occur and it can last up to 2 to 3 hours. If the immediate treatment is not given, the patient may die. It is a very fatal kinds of reactions. Very good examples we have: anaphylactic shock, which can be occur due to the administration of penicillin. Penicillin is a group of antibiotics we study in this semester. Then streptokinase, that is also in study, and some kind of contrast media. Right? Streptokinase, we have penicillins and contrast media. Contrast media means what? If you came across any CT scan, right? CT scan, in the CT scan certain contrast media is injected. So this contrast media can be fatal. Getting my points? That is why before administration of this kind of drugs, you will find penicillin means what? No, you know your MPC, amoxicillin injection. I think so. All of us have taken this kind of injections. Amoxicillin, then we have ampicillin, cloxacillin, and amoxicillin, potassium thiacloprid. Before administering this kind of, injection, some kind of skin test is done, just to ensure is there any allergic reactions. Because after administration of the drug, it is very complicated for the patients to survive. Okay. Now the point is how this type 1 allergic reactions occur because of this IgE mediated antibody, right? So immediately this IgE antibody will be secreted, because this is a hypersensitivity is what? Elevated form of the immunity, right? So after the secretion, what it can do? It can cause the degranulation of the mast cell. Now mast cell will contain histamine, Histamine will immediately cause vasodilation. Immediately it can cause bronchoconstriction, very fatal, right? Also, it will activate the leukocytes. Lymphocytes, WBC. And WBC is a kind of cell which will always try to, which is very active. Getting my point? So finally, what will happen? There may be anaphylactic shock. The example is the anaphylactic shock. If somebody asks you what is the example of type 1 mediated hypersensitivity, you can reply anaphylactic shock because of administration of maybe penicillin, maybe streptokinase, or maybe any kind of contrast medium. So immediate treatment has to be given. So the next is the type 2 hypersensitivity reactions. In the type 2 hypersensitivity reactions, it is also said as like antibody mediated. See, all three, type 1, type 2, type 3 are antibody mediated. But this is a kind of accelerated, where the role of antibody is much more. Because here, the involvement of antibody is IgG and IgM. Okay, that is why we are saying this one as accelerated allergy or accelerated hypersensitivity reactions or antibody mediated. Okay, so this kind of reactions may occur within 72 hours. Within 72 hours of the injection of this particular medicines. Very good examples we have thrombocytopenia. Thrombocytes, destruction of the thrombocytes, and agranulocytosis. Okay. So actually, basically what happened, this IgG and IgM antibody, okay, it will just attack certain cells. It will attack certain cells of the body. For example, in these two diseases, for example, in this disease, thrombocytopenia, thrombocytes, it will attack the thrombocytes, right? If it is a hemolysis, it will attack the RBC. It will attack the RBC, it will destroy the RBC. How it can be destroyed? By activating phagocytes or macrophages. It will destroy its own cells, right? IgG and IgM. Okay, so this thrombocytopenia example, if somebody asks what is the example of type 2 hypersensitivity reactions, you can say this thrombocytopenia or this agranulocytosis or hemolysis. It can occur due to the administration of quinidine. Quinidine. Where we study this quinidine, quinine. In their antiarrhythmic drugs. Right, quinidine. Also, it can occur due to certain kinds of cephalosporin antibiotics. You'll study later on this cephalosporin. That is why I'm not focusing. Cefotem is there, so the cefotem can also cause thrombocytopenia and agranulocytosis. Why? Because of this type 2 hypersensitivity reactions. Some kind of elevated kinds of allergy, some kind of accelerated allergy. Alright, so next one is the type 3 hypersensitivity reactions. This type 3 is said as an immune complex mediated. The name to be remembered. Immune complex mediated. That means there is a formation of antibody, immunoglobulin, antigen complex. Antibody antigen complex. Sometimes what happens, the antigen, okay, so whatever the antigen, suppose here the drug will be the antigen, the drug will often circulate through the blood because the drug has to circulate. That is why there is a distribution, absorption, distribution. Yeah. So there what will happen, this kind of antibody, mainly IgG antibody, but little bit of IgM is also synthesized. Okay, so this IgG or IgM will form a complex with the drug, soluble complex. Okay, or here I am saying NDZ. Same thing. Antigen antibody complex will be formed in the blood itself, in the circulatory systems. And after the circulation or after the formation of this kind of complex, it will deposit. Where it can deposit? First, it can deposit on the blood vessel, vascular cells. Okay? So apart from this, it can deposit on other cells also. But initially, it will deposit on the vascular cells, and it will cause the destruction of this vascular cells. Getting my point? Now, how it can cause destruction? Of course, same way. It will initiate the phagocytes, it will initiate macrophage, right? It will initiate leukocytes. The same mechanism. Getting my point? Now, this reaction can occur after 72 hours. Okay? The 72 hours means 3 days. It can occur after 72 hours and it can last up to 1 to 2 weeks. It can last up to 1 to 2 weeks. So very good example we have glomerular nephritis. Nephritis, inflammation of the nephron. Okay. This glomerular nephritis, we know that so many, we study, right? Some drugs are there that can cause kidney failure and a kidney problem. So exactly what is kidney failure? Kidney failure cannot occur in a single day. These are the first stages, okay, initial stages of this kidney failure. For example, glomerular nephritis. Okay. So again, it can cause some serum sickness also. Serum sickness means it is a kind of disease where there is a fever, urticaria, then some lymph problem will be there, lymphedema will be there, right? So, example of drugs we have ampicillin. Ampicillin is a penicillin group of antibiotics. Sulfonamides. Sulfonamide is a class of antibiotics. We'll study this semester. For example, we have sulfasalazine, we have sulfamethoxazole, right? Next, we have NSAID. We already studied non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So this can cause this kind of hypersensitivity reactions. Right. So it is coming under type 3 immune complex mediated. Right. So the last one is a type 4 hypersensitivity reactions. Right. So it is said as cell mediated or delayed. Delayed means it can occur later on. It may not be occur immediately, but later on it can occur, some delayed reactions. Right. So why it is said cell mediated? Because of this T cell. Just I told you, type 1, type 2, type 3, these are antibody mediated, and type 4 is the cell mediated. Okay? So of course, if it is a cell mediated, so what it will do, it will activate the cytokines. The cytokines will further activate natural killer cells, macrophages, granulocytes. Granulocytes mean eosinophil, neutrophil, basophil. We studied in inflammation. So all these things will cause the destruction of a particular cell or tissues. Alright. So here we can give the example like photosensitivity reactions. Photosensitivity means if some person is going under the sunlight, he will have certain or extreme rashes or itching. Photosensitivity reactions. It can be the delayed type of hypersensitivity reaction for a particular drugs. Then we have this, pneumonitis, pneumonia, pneumonitis. Then we have rashes. Then we have dermatitis, inflammation of this dermis layer. So these are the, certain examples of. It can. There is no, definite drugs that are causing this kind of type 4. Any drugs can cause. Okay, any drugs can cause. Alright. So type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. We have studied this one. Now one just point I would like to mention. It is there in your book also. This kind of hypersensitivity reactions can be treated. If it is an anaphylactic shock, right? Reduction of the blood volume. So what is the best treatment available? Adrenaline, right? Adrenaline. Why adrenaline is given? To know this one, we need to go back to this, that adrenergic drugs chapter. It will increase the heart rate, it will increase the blood pressure and everything. Right. So along with that, histamine can be used to reduce, to suppress the histamine release. Antihistaminic drugs can be used to reduce the histamine and to reduce the over immunity or excess immunological reactions. Mainly, we are using this, steroids, glucocorticoids are used. Okay. So next point is the genetically modified area. Genetically modified. Last class we also studied about this genetic variations, genetically modified type of adverse drug reactions. What does it mean? Genetically, of course, related to the genes, but how does genetically modify uh, circumstances can cause this adverse drug reactions by so many things. We studied pharmacokinetic pharmacodynamics, right? Absorption, distribution, metabolism. This absorption, distribution, metabolism is based on, or it was supposed to happen by based on person to person. It depends on age, it depends on sex, it depends on genetic variations, it depends on presence of certain enzymes on your body or absence of certain enzymes on your body. Getting my point? Right? So because of this genetics, because I am not genetically similar to you. I have a heart, I have a stomach, but it doesn't mean I have a stomach doesn't mean my gastric juice will be adequate with you. Right? The secretion of pepsinogen will be accurately similar to you. It cannot happen. Right? Sometimes there may be variations, which is called as a mutation also. Right? So because of this, based on these factors, there may be adverse drug reactions. Just to think of this metabolism part, if you have studied. In metabolism, we have phase 1 reactions, phase 2 reactions. What is this metabolism exactly? Metabolism is a condition where inactive drug can be activated or activate drug can be inactivated. Okay? And in most of the cases, the activate drug will be inactivated. We have very few examples where inactive drug will be activated. But we have in maximum of the cases, this activate drug will be inactivated. Here I am writing activate drug will be inactivated and it will be eliminated. I am writing here E, eliminated from the body. This activation of drug to inactivation, right? Activation of drug to inactivation. How it is happening? By means of this enzymes. By means of this enzymes. So we must have adequate quantity of enzymes. We must have adequate quantity of enzymes. In certain case, if the enzymes are more, that means what? Activation to inactivation will be more, elimination will be more. That means what? Whatever therapeutic dose I am taking, you are taking, it's not going to work. On the contrary, if the enzymes are less on your body, then activation to inactivation will be less drug will be eliminated, the remaining drug will on your body will cause the toxicity, it will cause the side effects or what we can say adverse drug reactions. Getting my point? So we must have adequate but accurate quantity of these enzymes. Certain examples I have written here, it's there on your book also. Atypical pseudocholinesterase. atypical pseudocholinesterase. We have heard the word acetylcholinesterase. है ना? So what this cholinesterase will do? It is an enzyme which will degrade the acetylcholine. That's a neurotransmitter of the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, in actual sense, in our body, we should have this pseudocholinesterase, okay, as well as acetylcholinesterase. Two kinds of esterase enzymes are there in our body: acetylcholinesterase and pseudocholinesterase. If you want details, you just check my videos, previous videos in my YouTube channel. Each and every details are given there. Okay? So, this pseudocholinesterase is responsible for the degradation of a drug, succinylcholine. Remember this one. This pseudocholinesterase enzyme is responsible for the degradation of succinylcholine. Succinylcholine is a neuromuscular blocking drug. Neuromuscular blocker. Okay? It will block the neuromuscular junction, NM junction, and it will relax the muscle relaxant. Getting my point? So, suppose I have to take a particular quantity, suppose 5 mg of succinylcholine. How do we come to know 5 mg? Because of the research. The researchers, after doing lots of research, they have concluded that 5 mg is the adequate drug to be taken. While doing the research, they are also focusing on the point that after taking 5 mg, certain quantity of drug will go for degradation by this pseudocholinesterase. Okay? Certain quantity will be degraded by means of this pseudocholinesterase. Okay? That is why the dose is 5 mg. If there is no condition of any degradation, 5 mg cannot be given because it can cause ADR, severe ADR, so it will be reduced. But in certain people, what will happen? It is genetically determined, genetic variations. Instead of pseudocholinesterase, they have the atypical pseudocholinesterase. It is formed. Now this atypical pseudocholinesterase cannot cause degradation of the succinylcholine. So whatever 5 mg or the required dose you are taking, it is excess for your body. So this excess quantity will cause the ADR. Maybe muscle paralysis would be there. First example. Getting my point? Second, decrease in the hydroxylase enzyme. ये पूरा जो खेल जो है ना, it depend on the enzymes. Second example. So what is the second example? Hydroxylase. Hydroxylase enzyme. What it will do? Hydroxylation, metabolism reaction. And we have the drug phenytoin. You studied already anticonvulsant drug, phenytoin. Okay, this phenytoin is hydroxylazed by this hydroxylase enzyme. Then it is going to oxidation. Finally, it is degraded. Now, if there is a less hydroxylase enzyme, what will happen? Phenytoin will not be properly hydroxylazed. It will not be deactivated. So excess phenytoin will cause what? It will cause toxicity or ADR, as the previous one I told you. Okay, same way this GCPD, glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. It can also lead to certain diseases. Okay, I'm not going into this. You'll find this in book. Getting my point. So these are the examples of the genetic variations. Right. So idiosyncrasy already I told you of unknown cause. Allergy, genetic variations, idiosyncrasy. Idiosyncrasy means why it is happening, where it is happening, nobody knows. Of unknown cause. Alright. Type 1, type B. Sorry, type A, type B is over. Type C, D and E, there's nothing much to discuss. Chronic delayed and end of treatment. So one more is there, that is type F. So final one, the type F. Actually that day I just forgot to mention this one. That is why I'm mentioning today. Type F. Type F means failure of treatment. Failure of treatment. Sometimes what happens, the therapeutic dose of the drug do not work for the particular person. It can be because of unknown cause, idiosyncratic, okay, or it can be because of just we have studied, right, some kind of genetic variations. If there is a decrease in the enzyme, ADR will be there. If there is an excess of enzyme, whatever therapeutic dose you will be taking, immediately it will be metabolized for therapy. Right? This is what we call as failure of treatment type of adverse drug reactions. So I hope you have understood this one, and again I hope that you have noted down all the points. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.